Oh, wah, wah, wah. Oh, wah, 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 wah. You know, I don't know why I don't have my closed captions on this screen. Wait, it's happening again. Hold on. Let me... Okay, that might have just been a hiccup. let's give it a second. Kingsway stream. I should probably do another Kingsway stream. Okay, we didn't disconnect that time, actually. Let's give it a second. I should have this on the screen. That'll do. Maybe it's okay now. Every time I say something. Every time I say something, it goes in the red. And again, it's not hitting 0 now. Hope it's not something like, because I'm using kind of a slight hack on this game to not launch the 2K launcher because it causes issues. Hopefully the game isn't like trying to connect to the launcher and that's causing like latency. Yeah, it's still spiking every once in a while, but it's not as bad. It's still not good. Let me do something. I'm going to jiggle my Wi-Fi antenna a little bit, and maybe that'll help. Well, it might make it worse, who knows? Again, I don't know if this is on my end. It might be Twitch. I guess for now we can try to continue. Let me... Okay, chat is walking. I guess we'll try to continue and hope that it's okay. And again, as I say that, it immediately hits 0. My weather hasn't been too bad lately. It seems okay today, so I don't think that would be interfering with, like, the Wi-Fi stuff. Oh, like the cables leading to the the Wi-Fi stuff. It could be the game, honestly. This game is like a little... The way they handle loading in this game is strange. I don't know if... Like, would it be possible that with the resolution scaling, like, put like a weird special on... I mean, the Wi-Fi code is completely separate. I don't know why that would do anything. Like, sometimes when my internet is bad, I worry that, like, oh, is my CPU dying or something, and that's causing an issue, but I don't think that's the case. It is also like peak peak Twitch owls, I think. So maybe that's causing latency in between me and them. I don't know. I'm gonna try to just keep going. Hopefully it doesn't keep doing that. Oh, now it's... now the frame rate is dying. Hold on. Yeah. I'm keeping an eye on it. Where it just came from? Yeah. So there's probably gonna be some chat latency. Who pulls from his goblet into the daggles... Into daggle... Oh, it's cloak and daggle. Okay. Allowing the power between them to retain balance. Well, represents harmony and creating something new. Okay. Complete item collections to gain special rewards. I hope it's not possible to miss this stuff. Like, hopefully not 30 minutes. Hopefully it's not that bad. That would be... that would be really bad. Maybe I should wait until it's daytime to be exploring all this stuff. Again, hopefully this stuff doesn't change from act to act, because that would be bad. Tony Storm leaps into the sky and blazes bright, showcasing his exceptional power with extreme control. This god represents an abundance of energy as well as optimism and joy. Look like 15 or 10 seconds. Do remember, if you do have chat latency, you can usually just pause and play the stream again, and that'll usually catch you up. Unless it keeps happening, like it's doing now. But that'll usually help. You might miss some stuff, but... It's probably just ISP issues with a lot of people being online right now. My ISP is funny because, like, it's so noticeable when I get... Like, when the peak hours are over. It's like my download speed skyrockets. For YouTube's live player, honestly, for the longest time, I would only watch streams on YouTube. Whenever Vinesauce was still on YouTube, I would always watch there, and then I just kind of stopped watching his live streams because I didn't want to go to Twitch.
There are cracks in this wall.
I wish YouTube was actually better for streaming, because I do think they have some stuff that's just easier. Hello? Just being able to go to, like, your subscribe list and say, oh, this person is online, I'm gonna go watch them. Instead of going to a dedicated website. I do know Twitch said that multi-streaming is okay recently, but I think they still have some weird restrictions on it. Oh, I see. This is where Ghost Rider is gonna hang out. But again, I apologize for the for the technical difficulties. That was a bit out of my hands, but it seems like it's not as bad now. I thought it was fine unless you were a partner. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. I've had streamers switch to YouTube and it's so hard for me to go over there. Yeah, ironically it's like the opposite now. Now that I'm on Twitch, I don't really want to watch streams on YouTube, which is ironic. I'll still catch the occasional, Film Cow stream on YouTube, but I don't really seek it out.
This is witch sign.
It's called in Bone Chalk, meaning known only to the witches who wrote it. Okay, so this is probably where different characters are going to be hanging out throughout the game. Man, I'm probably gonna need to, like, pull up an IGN guide to find all this stuff. Just pretend that this is, Psychonauts. I gotta find all the eyeballs. Actually, it's really funny, because I'll catch the occasional Film Cow stream on YouTube. I don't ever actually catch any Vulo streams because they're on Twitch. Like, I don't leave Twitch open the way I do YouTube. Also, my DC brain just activated. I thought this was Psycho Pirate. I don't know why I thought this was Psycho Pirate. Any fans of Psycho Pirate in chat? The guy named Pirate who doesn't dress like a pirate at all? Oh shit. Peleostone at all, this blue-black topaz almost seeps through the fingers when held. Smells strongly of a tide pool. I fell to the ill sounds of the sea. This feels like a City of Heroes base. Just having a random pool in the middle. I can't get in. He dresses more like a knight than a pirate. Like, he kind of has a tabard, but... I mean, I guess the implication is that he's not a pirate. He's a psycho pirate. He takes over people's minds, not boats, but... I still think he's a very silly character, conceptually. I mostly only really know about Psycho Pirate because he's referenced in, that one Raven comic. When the one that's labeled as her own emo series. Psycho Pirate's mask is an important item in that. Okay, so I guess I'm getting crafting materials, but I don't know what that's gonna be. I don't know what I'm gonna craft in a game like this. Is that... That looks a lot like the Rainbow Bridge thing, but surely not. Oh, this is also a walk button. Good. Colds and crafting? Do you not like either of those things? Oh, I didn't read that one. Oops. Oh well.
Intriguing.
It's cluttered with books, some of them older than you, and you're quite old. Can I look at that? Is that a inventory? Collection, tarot, the moon. I can't read it. That's fucked up. Apologies to Moon Knight fans. I wasn't thinking.
That is something.
Chest with brass hardware containing glass vials. You could say that I'm a little over on that spell. Oh shit, it's the the lament configuration. I feel like I haven't really done too many games like this with like cold stuff, so I'm not over that yet. I am kind of always over crafting to a certain extent. Crafting in like a non-crafting game.
Ah, I see.
One of Strange's capes, suspended in an ornate glass case. Cape floats in the air, rippling slightly, though the air is still. He has multiple capes? I know in the movie, like, his cape is alive. I didn't know he had multiple. That seems strange.
What is this?
Orb of Agamotto. One of few artifacts recovered from the Sanctum Sanctorum. Powerful energy emanates from the inside. Seems to rotate indefinitely. Maybe I can't. Can I use this?
Fascinating.
Burning with the intensity of hell itself, the Hellforge is the beating heart of the Abbey. Runes etched around the aperture contain and focus the Hellforge's tremendous energy. Barely. It's like Baldur's Gate! I was tired of crafting when Assassin's Creed Revelations came out? Yeah. Yo, a loot box! As the resident base builder, I enjoy that kind of crafting, but crafting in, like, this kind of game is probably gonna be slightly annoying.
Interesting.
One of Tony's mini Iron Man suits, polished to a high gloss. Though it is powered off, the eyes seem to follow you. I don't think that's true. I don't think eyes without pupils can follow you. Nova rises up into the starry night sky, surrounded by stars that represent the support of his team. This card symbolizes serenity and hope for the future. Hope for the future. Hope for the future. I really wish I could play that fucking song on stream. Oh god, there's a whole other side of the Abbey. Let's investigate inside a little bit. What are you two up to?
Excellent. I am glad to be working alongside other capable demon slayers. Bravo, you survived.
Is that Talizora, or is you just doing a similar accent?
Job is done.
Nice one, buddy. New caretaker was right about you. Man, I just wish I could have brought my brother Gabe along. He'd love this place.
He loves his brother Gabe. A bowl seems like a bit much. Who's gonna be bowl tending in a place like this? You know what? I say that. I'm sure a character will show up that is bowl tending.
Wow, you actually did go medieval on their associates.
Okay, that's kind of cute. I like her casual outfit.
They're not always glamorous, but these missions are still crucial to stopping Lilith. Sometimes these support missions are more important than they seem. Not always, but sometimes. If we're moving forward, That can only mean Lilith is falling back. Hydra or Lilith's monsters. They're both good practice, at least. You have to wonder whether Lilith is just using Hydra to keep us busy. Sometimes it feels like they're only around to get stomped. They're not always glamorous, but these missions are still crucial to stopping Lilith.
The superhero, like, latex, spandex, whatever, with just regular pants on the bottom is a good look. Man, I wanted to look at the the console and be like, what the fuck is this? They did show Blade Gaming, Olio. Twitch? Okay. I feel like if I look at it, then it won't actually disconnect. Yo, this is just like this is just like Amazing Digital Circus. Five symbols arranged in a row. The order is probably important. Oh, puzzle? It was full in this cloudy crystal, almost too hot to touch. Surface glows like liquid fire. Glyphs of smoke resolve and vanish around the core of obsidian glass. Okay. At this point, I probably need Pomni redeems. Even though that's not my thing. Electrical energy erupts around Thor as he wields Mjolnir. This code represents a great courage in taking control of one's destiny. You know, people said this was like Persona. I didn't expect there to also be just tarot shit in it.
Hunter, you look scathed.
Why are they standing there all sultry?
Hey!
What's up, Tone? God, he looks so goofy. I hate his mustache.
You got some decent hang time, even given you were wearing, what, 70, 80 pounds of chainmail? On the Stark scale of reckless yet daring heroics, I give it a solid 6 out of 10. Don't worry, you'll get there. With a little help.
It's always fun to use fake commands, it's true. Marvelous Midnight Sunkist. There's gotta be, like, a dog in this game. Which? On the Stark scale of reckless yet daring heroics, I give that a solid 6. But not worry, you'll get well. Get well.
And where exactly am I going?
Oh, that's the real question, isn't it? Sky's the limit for you, my friend. Unless you'd be up for wearing a space helmet. You do breathe air, don't you? You know what? It doesn't matter. I couldn't help but overhear Auntie Caretaker.
I hate the way he looks in this game.
Good idea to me.
He looks so gross.
Seeing as our rooms are in the same direction and all. Besides, no one should be forced to walk the hallways around here alone.
He looks like a dad.
So, here we are. The old room, huh? It's not bad. Functional. Solid construction. Almost cozy. Love the antique furnishings from the early Mephisto collection. Full transparency, Hunter, there's another reason I asked to join you here, other than my abject terror of this entire facility. Stopped here before, while you were out. Wanted to surprise you with a nice little housewarming present. Was all set to write you a lovely welcome note, but I'm fairly certain that wasn't red ink in your quill.
Mortimer Goth a little bit. Mortimer Goth, but with, like, without any swag. There's nothing to be scared of.
I assure you, there is nothing to fear here.
Well, it's easy to say not to be scared of things that go bump in the night when you are a thing that goes bump in the night. I don't even watch horror movies, and now I'm living in one.
Horror movies?
Oh, you'll love them. Imagine a painting come to life. Moving, talking, telling a story, one that just happens to be pulled from your very worst nightmare. Or just stop by my room. Fairly certain there's one hanging there already. Well, I suppose I should leave before whatever monstrosity that is most definitely hiding under your bed jumps out, rips my face off, and then proceeds to feast on my soul. I'll leave you to it.
Real man being scared of, like,
Sleep
magic is
with
a good touch, I think.
Tony.
Right back at you. Oh, and if you hear the shrieking of a grown man, please ignore it. It's just me, walking to my room.
Dwight Gomez Adams? Yeah, that is. Yeah. I don't think a white man is capable of being Gomez Adams, honestly.
Hi, I'm Tony Stark. But if you're hearing this message, you already know that. When I'm not saving the world, I solve the world's problems with technological means, like the one you're holding. I call it the Spark, a secure information and communication device built only for superheroes. It does all the usual, private messages, pictures, and calls for some reason. But it also comes with access to Superlink, a private social network exclusively for your cape-wearing, world-saving...
It seems like a bad idea.
You might ask, Tony, aren't you just repurposing a failed product from your communications division? If you do, I'll revoke access.
Shut up,
and
Tony.
let us know you're a jerk. I call it the Wonder Man rule.
Hey, if that got hacked, that would be really, really bad. Superlink is your connection to the rest of your team. Like Superlink frequently for updates on other heroes in the Abbey. Oh god. Oh god. Once we make one to leave, now we leave for to die, some heroes. Oh god. This is fun, but man. Had Superlink for months. I mean, for supposed to Tental Seas. Rob, you can't keep doing this when someone new joins Superlink. Yes, I can. Me too will throw your spark in the lagoon. You wouldn't do that, right, Blade? Right? God, these are not people I would follow on Twitter. I would especially not follow Doctor Strange. Or Tony. Just for protection, I see how that worked, Supreme Sorcerer. Stop fighting. Photo booth, photo mode. Timeline, messages. Okay. Who would you treat the most like Neil deGrasse Tyson? Probably Strange. Strange seems like a very doesn't understand human interaction type of guy. Tony at least is like goofy. Tony would be making like shitty jokes.
We were all so happy then.
So that's... is that me? Or was that Lilith? Agatha... oh, Agatha and Sarah. So that's... it was Agatha all along. Anyway. Yeah, that's Sarah, and then that's... presumably Agatha. So that explains that. Okay, so Agatha is... well, Sarah is Agatha's sister. What does that make me? Because I'm the daughter of Lilith. Are they also daughters of Lilith?
There never was enough room for my armor in this thing.
Loss on for missions can be spent to unlock new cosmetic options for the Hunt-On heroes, including outfits to wear around the Abbey. This is where the fun begins. Oh shit. These all look like shit. Black looks okay. Tank top. Eh. Hopefully this color comes off eventually, because that doesn't look good with anything. Athletic looks okay. Honestly, fucking 1,000-year-old mummy come to life wearing a tank top is pretty funny to me. At the journal page, closet, and painting. And Sarah wants me to practice my letters, and so here I am. Every time I dip this pen in ink, I just want more and more to go out beyond the yard to my secret spots. My dolls scattered about before the storm, and I'm afraid they'll halt. Dolls hold grudges? Agatha says they don't, but I still feel sad.
My old journal. Maybe it is time I start writing in it again.
Oh god, another thing to read. Okay. She looks like a Shakti. Oh, hey, dog. Okay, dog showed up faster than I thought it would.
I know. I missed you too. Let her enjoy the moment. She's been visiting your door every morning for the past 300 years.
Oh, it must have been so hard on her.
Not just her. I suppose that's why I might have been a little curt before.
A little?
You already made
I just realized that's why she has that Anka haircut? What do you mean?
Maybe I'm in no rush to see you do it again.
We do not choose our destiny.
But we can choose to duck.
Oh, that she's a mummy?
First lesson you ever taught me.
And
To be fair, I picked that haircut, so...
especially now that you have all these eyes on you.
I have noticed.
To these people, you are a being of myth and legend, a grand hero of old. And they're right. You are a hero. But I also know the battle that rages within your soul. It's not enough that you are a hero. You need to decide what type of hero you will be. I'm sure that
Will you be a saint, or will you be a Grinch?
For now, I would head to the forge. Our new guests are eager to show you something. This was a lot easier when it was just you and I beheading the Dark Legion as we traipsed through the woods.
Don't forget about Agatha.
I never could.
Daily Bugle, god. Okay.
I should have known something was wrong.
Spider-Man and his amazing friends unleash monster upon city.
Stark has requested your presence.
Garish Bleagle Street Manor, sealed off by authorities. Remember the Spider Menace and his pet ink monster and their trail of destruction through Greenwich Village. What? Into the trail. And let's not forget about the disgrace upon Stephen Strange. Or about the disgraced soldier Stephen Strange. Is he in cahoots with the web-slinging wrongdoer? Did you hope to turn his row house into no house? I appreciate that. I appreciate that the Bugle is actually like, hey, fuck Spider-Man. At least didn't say Gabagool. I met a Gabagool once. We definitely do not want to invoke one of those. So, Spider-Man, not that easy. These boys move too fast. Okay, so they're trying to get Spider-Man on the team, I think. Living in the last second, save the day, leading away that carnivorous sludge monster to keep New York City safe. Just say it, he's the astounding Spider-Man. Everybody loves Spider-Man.
You have not set anything on fire today, have you?
I'm gonna be real, I wouldn't want to pet that dog. It looks... like a hairless cat is one thing, a hairless dog... I don't know. I don't know why I'm saving so much.
Always on the hunt, right?
Next thing I know, the Sanctum is airborne and covered in slime.
I don't get it. Strange couldn't just magic his way in?
Wah. Okay, that time it actually was on my end, because that time I actually like disconnected from my Wi-Fi. But hopefully that means it's something fixed. Hopefully that means something like reset and it'll be okay now.
Great job.
Hello.
Heard you had a nightmare. In the words of Agami Ito, don't be afraid. Bad dreams are only dreams.
Thanks, Blade.
Let's talk later, Hunter. Tony will start pouting if you keep him waiting too long.
So I did notice that stat thing did spawn
It's good to have you around again.
on the new day. Which does make me think that I might need to investigate the Abbey every day, which seems bad. Or maybe I just missed it last time.
Привет, Hunter.
Hi, Hunter. Not that it makes any difference to me, but I think Tony's waiting for you, Hunter. He seemed excited.
Do I look like a Tony?
A little bit, actually. You kind of look like a Tony with an eye.
Yes?
Heard about what happened in New York, Hunter. I'm sure whatever Tony's cooking up down there will only help.
Okay, I'm assuming I only need to talk to somebody. If it tells me to.
Now? Think you can tell your friend inside there to turn it up a few hundred Kelvin?
I could. However, it might shatter the containment spell preventing him from incinerating this facility.
I think we're good. And just in time.
The Forge has certainly
Tony?
changed.
He looks like he's trying to do like a...
Chris said this all happened after your...
The guy who plays Superman.
What spooky castle would be complete without its own Babylonian...
He looks like he's trying to do like a Henry Cavill and not pulling it off.
Fire demon. His name is Babs.
Oh, now it all makes sense. Well, once you get past the esoteric terror of the situation, I've found this thing actually has some uses. Molecular bonding, breaking down evil gamma serums, fashion accessorizing.
Yes, speaking of... Oh, right. It's ready.
A T-shirt.
Armor seemed to offer minimal protection against the venom creature.
I noticed.
Yeah, I thought you could use an upgrade.
Well hammered. Well fired. Caretaker did not mention that you two were such skilled smithies.
Yep, I am Iron Smithy.
Perhaps you should just try it on.
It's alright.
Still think it could have used a cloak.
The white looks a little out of place, but it's fine.
Stylish, damn near indestructible, and we even got the size right. Not bad for our first collaboration.
I still think it could have benefited from a cloak.
You think everything could benefit from a cloak?
I do not.
Oh, I've heard the things you whisper to your cape when you think no one's listening.
Ah, the joys of sharing a workspace.
I do think I would prefer like an actual cape instead of the butt cape.
It's helped me save the universe from extinction on countless occasions.
Could you at least tell it to stop rearranging things on my side of the cave?
I have, but it considers you something of a slob.
You know, I have a great psychiatrist in the city. Maybe you should talk to him. Although, I think he's working for Hydra right now.
Hunter, your new attire suits you quite well. But how are you holding up?
Fits you like a glove. At least the glove parts do.
To look upon me and simply see the universe's utmost authority on all things mystical and macabre, Hunter. However, in addition to being Earth's sorcerer supreme, I am also your doctor.
You mean a physician of the medical arts? You jest.
I assure you, Hunter, I do not jest. They don't call me Mr. Strange, now do they? Except for Tony. Your awakening ritual was admittedly a touch more chaotic than I had originally intended, and well, after your violent encounter with Venom, my oath to Hippocrates compels me to check in.
It's already 7 o'clock, isn't it?
Simply put, how do you feel?
I need to remember to keep an eye on the clock, because we need to remember to get ready for first class trouble at around 8. Let's be honest. If we feel bad, we should tell him if he's a doctor.
Physically, I am fine. However, I do feel some
grogginess, a tinge of nausea, sense of memory loss upon time of passing, water your itchy eyes.
Was it an alarm? Yeah, I probably should.
Back into the light. Believe me.
I hate how much of this has been
if any other
technical difficulties.
Always tell me, particularly if you develop a craving for brains. I have a cream for that. In any event, I, for one, do not know if I will ever feel 100% again after the events of yesterday. I still can't believe what transpired. The sanctum, all that knowledge, Wanda, lost. Swallowed whole by the black mouth of that foul venom creature. With all
I feel like we didn't see that.
My gifts, I should have seen this outcome spelled out in the sacred geometry of this universe years ago. But I miscalculated.
Don't blame yourself.
Lilith's power has placed a dark
Why is she
shadow
standing so
over us
cute?
all, Doctor. You are not alone in this.
Your words are appreciated. Still, I must not allow the underlying truth of the situation to become shrouded as well. It's not just the Sanctum Sanctorum that was lost yesterday. It was my protege, Wanda. She is my charge, my responsibility, and I failed her. But I am determined not to let that happen with you, Hunter, which is why I am here to answer any questions you may have. Perhaps my
I hope we have enough time to do at least one more mission.
has me thus far.
Tell me about Venom.
That creature on the roof, you have run into it before?
Unfortunately, yes. In the simplest of terms, Venom is an alien species living in symbiosis with a human known as Eddie Brock. He's something of a fixture in New York these days, but typically his hijinks are confined to harassing Spider-Man.
Can I ask who Spider-Man is? Eddie's a willing participant.
How does Eddie feel about this arrangement?
He seems to relish the experience. And under Lilith's spell, they've clearly become more cohesive than ever before.
At Sanctum's Walls of Protection.
Tell me about your Sanctum's Wards of Protection. I have never heard of a protection spell that powerful.
In your time, I'm sure you encountered a variety of minor wards and protective spells. The Sanctum Sanctorum was shielded by one such incantation, but greatly amplified by the convergence of ley lines.
I kind of like that this is like not technically an isekai. It's like the opposite of an isekai. Like she still has some amount of knowledge, but not of like the modern day. Let me begin about ley lines.
Ley lines?
Often dismissed as pseudoscience in the modern day, ley lines actually represent the convergence of magical energies formed within the Earth itself. Ancient civilizations built their temples along these lines, tapping into the power flowing through them. 2 such lines converge at the Sanctum's location. Needless to say, the wards benefit greatly.
I usually consider like isekai from modern day to a different time, or like, wait, let me phrase that. I usually consider isekai to be modern day person in a new place. I guess technically being isekai to modern day also counts. Tell me about Wanda.
How did Wanda come into your care?
Wanda's story is quite tragic and perhaps not mine to tell. There was an accident on the Abbey grounds not long ago involving Agatha.
Agatha?
I feel like everyone is avoiding mention of Agatha.
I can't say I'm surprised, but I'm afraid it's really not my place. You should speak to Sarah about her when you're ready.
Let us talk later.
Hey, we haven't had any
Like it's not
latency since that last disconnect. Okay, before I talk to Tony, I'm gonna grab my phone and set an alarm. What is my phone? We probably have enough time to do another mission, unless they really make me talk to everybody. They might pad it out. I think this game is supposed to be fairly long. I'm sure it's not nearly as long as Baldur's Gate, but this was attempting to be a AAA game, so it's probably got a decent amount of padding. Which I'm fine with, if it's good. Oh, those latency every time I close the menu.
How goes it, Hunter? Or is...
Shut up, Tony.
I hate to admit it, but somehow this ancient forge puts any arc reactor I've got to shame. Who would have thought mystically bound demon power would be so damn energy efficient? Or carbon neutral? Certainly got that new suit of yours done a lot faster than I expected. Speaking of, what's the verdict, boss?
Thanks. I'll be nice to everybody.
It is nice having an armorer on demand.
Anytime. I tried to make this version a little less palatable to that symbiote thing. Was this close to making it menthol flavored. but tools are just one part of the equation. You gotta know how to use them too. You were out, what, 300 years before we woke you from your eternal rest? I'm betting you have questions, so ask away, Hunter.
I don't like being called Handel. Handel's like too common of a name in Texas for that to be like a nickname. Tell me about the suit.
I take it this new version is a technological marvel?
Impact-resistant carbon composites, some patent-pending alloy mesh, and a few touches from Dr. Spooky over there. And hey, the built-in communicator means we can talk to each other without sending a raven.
I did like the old suit. I did like the old suit.
I thought the old one was pretty nice, actually.
So did Venom. I think he's still picking a few pieces of it from his teeth.
Well... what if I do this?
Take it this new version is a technological marvel?
Impact-resistant carbon composites.
Oh, I don't think I can...
alloy mesh, and a few
Can I not skip dialogue?
And hey, the built...
Okay, I can. Oh, okay. They don't give me a chance to give, like, a better answer. Handel's the name of a blonde boy with a rat tail, exactly. Or like a mullet. You don't like magic?
Is all this magic a threat to your new technology?
It might surprise some people to hear this, but I do like some things with rules. Isotope decay, magnetic fields, and gamma oscillation make a lot more sense to me than Eye of Newt, bat wings, and a sprinkle of sunshine. At least they did before everything changed.
So why is your best friend a wizard then?
But you and the doctor seem to work well together.
Well, no need to put a label on things. The guy is good at making sense of this madness every now and then. He's not talking to his cape.
I really thought he would like that. I thought he would be tsundere. Anything strange around the Abbey besides strange?
Seen anything strange around here?
What, other than my roommate? Boom! Roasted!
Oh god,
But on a more
he's the guy from Skylanders.
Is legit.
He's Flynn.
Mirrors look back at you. My room rearranges itself. And worst of all, magic cats.
A black cat?
Was it suspiciously elusive, even for a cat?
Actually, yes. Thought I was going crazy there for a second, but clearly I'm still firing on all cylinders. It just poofed in next to me out in the yard. Small, black, furry. Cute little thing. Probably some kind of shape-shifting monster knowing this place.
I know they're trying to make Stoke like a geek, but this is too much. I think Stoke being unlikable is fine. I think Tony being, like, incredibly annoying fits. As if Sheldon was rich. I'm pretty sure Sheldon is rich. At least richer than I am. What's your story, Tony?
You must have an interesting origin story of your own.
Well, just your typical American boy. Pops was a founding member of the military-industrial complex. Mom, a famous socialite. Tragedy struck when I lost them both in a car crash, which turned out to be a hit from a rival corporation. I spent my early teens at MIT, trying to clear my head, and was all set to follow in Dad's footsteps as a war profiteer. Then one day, fortune shined on me, in the form of some errant...
No, she has no idea what America is.
So I did what anybody in that situation would do. I built a supersuit and started fighting crime.
To be fair, she was buried in America, so she probably knows what the continent is. But I doubt she knows what the country is. That's a lot to deal with.
I guess we have all had difficult childhoods here.
Yeah, no kidding. I can't tell you how hard it was to memorize all that at Skrull Sleeper Camp. Just kidding. Or am I?
Hey, tell me about this room.
What sorts of things are you
Excuse me.
doing in here?
Oh, that's right. You were out a while. Basically, we've got a gigantic demon inside the magic box here that provides near limitless power for whatever we might need. Sounds insane, but sometimes...
You know that demon is gonna come out during, like, the final mission. And use it against Venom?
Okay, so why not magically create a way through that symbiote shield?
Have you ever known it to work that way? We can't just wish upon a star here. We need to know what we're making first and put together the right components. Otherwise, I'd have already whipped up Strange a new personality.
Thanks for catching me up on things.
Anytime. Oh, and speaking of things, remember that creepy gamma goop you found from that hopped-up Hydra soldier? Well, I gave it a peek, and it explains a lot. If you have a minute, meet me at the anvil over there, and I'll walk you through it. I promise it'll be worth your time.
Okay, crafting tutorial probably. I think they said a couple centuries? Let me see if it'll tell me. Despite the precepts of our ancient race, Lilith gave birth to the Forbidden Child, known only as the Hunter. Consulting with an otherwise ordinary human. Faced with an uncertain future, Caretaker began training the Hunter as a warrior from an early age. As an unlikely descendant of the blood, the Hunter is imbued with unique abilities. They said it in dialogue. I think it was like 2,000 years. I think it's something like that. Or maybe just a few hundred, I don't know. Oh. Oh. Oh, but I gotta buy them! How many points do I have? 100? Okay, well, no lipstick until I can afford a better color. Wiki says 1700s. Okay. So it wasn't that. Okay. So she probably did know what America was. Ish. Ugh. Face prop. That's kind of cute. The fact that it deforms the hell makes it look less cute, but that's fine. I want like a mask though. I want like a superhero mask. Oh god. Okay. So we will be unlocking actual costumes. Looks like stuff unlocks for both. Both Abby and combat. Okay, that's a little better. Yeah, okay, I have a couple costumes from buying the DLC, but these are kinda shit. Ugh. I kind of hate how skinny he is. Oh, they still make me buy the color customization. That's a little annoying. like both of these, actually. Though this one's kind of nasty looking, but I kind of like that it's nasty looking. Yeah. Bleeding Edge is more like the movie costume. That doesn't look like Iron Man, but I kinda like it. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Let's make him actually match all the fantasy heroes. Let me check that. Where do you want me to go? Oh. Oh, right. Research. That's a thing that Firaxis games do. Right. Gamma coil analysis.
Now, I doubt advanced gamma thermodynamics was a hot topic at Ye Olde Demon Hunting School, so I'm just gonna give you the condensed version.
I appreciate that.
Closest I've ever seen to this substance is pumping through Bruce's veins. Part gamma accelerant, part unknown element. Calling it coil for now, given its unique atomic structure. Man, I love acronyms. This stuff is more volatile than Nick Fury on a Monday morning. But Hydra doesn't seem to mind.
They are using it to get stronger.
Exactly. A few drops would make your average salamander look like Fin Fang Foom.
Fin Fang Foom referenced.
Thankfully, with a little help from Dr. Spooky and our haunted oven over here, I think two can play at this game.
You are not suggesting we start injecting ourselves with it.
No, nothing like that. Though I can see some future applications for my energy drink line. I was thinking we apply this stuff towards upgrading our equipment.
I like where this is going.
Just give me a little time here and I can whip up some pretty fun toys. How about we give Hydra a taste of their own gamma-powered medicine for a change?
So this is probably this game's equivalent of, like, doing autopsies.
I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today?
Tony Stark can use a coil material recovered in combat to create hero abilities. Only one of the abilities on offer can be selected, so choose wisely. Okay. I kinda don't like that, but okay.
Box. And to think, I used to design sentient future tech. No peeking now. Got some upgrades for you, hot off the press. Or forge.
Oh. Okay. I see. So, it's not necessarily giving me new stuff, but it's giving me new codes to add to the deck. Flash, quick slash, heal, whip. I kind of like Blade having two of each. Because I don't need a whole lot of make 'em bleed. That won't make sense. Because if he only has make 'em bleed, then he's not gonna have attacks. Like, I don't want to play a make 'em bleed and then draw a make 'em bleed. Unless they stack. Another stake might be good, because stake is really strong, but Flash, I could replace a heal or I could replace a whip. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a stake.
Hunter, when you have a minute, come meet me in the yard.
And copy of a currently equipped ability. If taken to the yard, duplicate abilities can be combined into new, more powerful versions. Oh. Okay, so you feed... You can feed codes to other codes. Okay, got it.
Welcome to the yard. At least that's what we're calling it these days. Caretaker put me in charge of your trip.
Polymerization, yeah.
Bad she didn't listen to me yesterday. Now that we know what we're up against, I think we can all use the practice. Any questions?
Any questions? Let's talk to Blade.
I did, but they are about you.
Right when it's time to train? From all Sarah told us about you, she never described you as lazy.
Joke, of course she didn't. Oh yeah, I think there's like an accessibility option to tone on tone indicators for like all the dialogue, which is kind of nice. Indulge me.
I learn faster if I understand the person who trains me.
I can respect that. Go ahead.
Polymerization is no longer used? I thought... Huh. I assume it still needs to be used on old ones. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is too fucked up. I can't keep up with it. What about you?
Can I ask about you?
I guess.
What's with the name?
Is your name really Blade?
Is your name really the Hunter?
Yes?
Oh, really? Your mom, before she became the mother of demons, looked into your cradle and decided to name her firstborn child the Hunter.
That is how I understand it.
That's pretty good.
All kinds.
So, is your name really Blade?
No.
No.
What is it?
It's private.
Is it embarrassing?
No, the Hunter, but I only share it with friends.
You do not consider me a friend?
Not yet. Don't take it personally.
I might be a little crazy. Every once in a while I hear like the TF2 engineer in his voice. Anytime he says no, I just hear the engineer saying nope. Old codes aren't strong against modern codes, that's true. Unfortunately, that's true. Have you always been half vampire?
How did you become a Dhampir?
You say that like I had a choice. I was born this way.
Lady Gaga!
Possible.
A vampire bit my mother. Problem was, I was still in the womb. I'm lucky I was even born.
That's stupid. That's really stupid.
It always is, but that's the way it went down for me.
Yeah, I tried to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! With Master Duel, and I just couldn't keep doing it. How old are you? I actually don't know. Are you like 100 years
How
old?
long have you been around?
I don't exactly know. I think of myself as mid-20s, maybe. I lost a lot of time. Much of the last century was a blur. I have occasional memories, almost like coming up for air before being yanked back down into the depths.
What happened?
I killed a lot of vampires. I hadn't lost my mind exactly, but I got into a rhythm and never stopped. Never had a reason to stop. Not until I met Caretaker.
And then?
She gave me a reason to stop.
Most little states vampires cannot give both. A bitten mother is Blade's origin. Yeah. I mean... vampire stuff doesn't make sense anyway. So, but still, it's very funny. I guess it makes a little bit of sense. Because he would still be connected to his mom. So he would get like a little infected. How'd you get here?
What brought you to the Abbey?
Caretaker. About 10 years ago, she brought me back to the real world. Gave me a place to stay until I came back to myself.
Did she ever say why?
She said she thought I'd be able to kill more vampires if I was acting on more than just instinct. But I know it was more than that. She gave me safe haven here at the Abbey. Something I'd never known. Must have read half the books in the library by the time I headed out. So when she reached out and asked me to be part of this weird little club, of course I showed up.
About the Midnight Suns.
Tell me about the Midnight Suns.
All right.
I gotta ask this stuff in case... Well, frame rate. I gotta ask this stuff in case I don't get the option again. What about the teammates?
What can you tell me about the others?
Nothing. Ask them yourself.
Well,
I'm not asking you to break anyone's confidence.
Fine. Which one?
what's Nico's deal?
Tell me about Nico.
I don't know anything about Nico.
She's the youngest, but she acts like she's in charge.
Why let her act like that?
She's usually right, and she keeps us on track. I didn't think we'd get along, but we wouldn't be the Midnight Suns without her.
What makes you say that?
She has a lot of heart, and that's why we let her. Anybody else?
Okay, we'll just go down the list.
What about Robbie?
He's exactly what he seems. Well, sort of. He's open with people, easygoing. Sometimes that comes across as dopey, but don't get the wrong impression. He's quick to make friends, and once he does, he's your friend for life. So don't let him down, or I'll hold it against you. Who else?
What do you know about magic?
Keeps to herself.
That is it?
She's a private person. Until she lets you in, that's all you need to know.
When does she let people in?
At her own pace. Respect.
Oh no, she's my type.
Happen faster than you think. Anybody else?
Tell me what you think of Sarah.
Well, there are a few people I tolerate, even less who I like. Sarah, I respect. She sees the big picture, and we're a part of it. I'd follow her to hell if I had to. And from what I understand, we may have to.
I am surprised she commands such respect.
I'm surprised that you're surprised. You know what she's like more than any of us.
I do.
Anyone else?
Nah.
Nobody else.
Sure.
We should exhaust all the dialogue. Why join a team?
Why did you join? Vampire hunting is a solitary affair.
Guess I never found the
I gotta be real, the more I look at this costume, the more I don't like it. It's a little noisy.
For now, you really want to know? Put in the work. If I trust you, I'll have more to say.
If you increase my social link, I'll tell you.
Do you have any thoughts on the team as a whole?
I think we're the only ones aware of the danger Lilith poses to this world. And I think we're pretty green. But enough training will get us through it. Speaking of training, we doing this, or are we gonna keep wasting daylight?
We should train.
I am ready to train.
I think if they remove, like, the belts on top, I think it would help. The belts break up the flow of the... like, the actual super suit.
Hunter. What's up?
Thanks, Blade.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Why is this glow? Oh, because he has the edit deck, right? Vaulting deals increased damage. Okay.
No pain, no gain.
If who possesses 2 copies of an ability, they can be combined to create a new, more powerful version. So... will that upgrade all of that version of that code in the...
Caretaker said I need to be a team player. So I guess I'm letting you choose for me too.
So the cost goes down, the damage goes up.
Do your thing.
No, it only does it on 1. Okay. So then I could potentially... okay. Huh. That's... okay, that opens options. That means I could focus on doing 1. Or try to make sure that I keep stuff even.
Hey.
Like the way you move out there, Hunter. Guess Dr. Strange picked the right supernatural demon hunter